Hello everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of Being ACCA. This is Tushita Gupta, ACCA affiliate, and in this video we are solving the ACCA Study Hub quiz. This quiz is from chapter number 16, which is your chapter on payables and receivables. It falls under your working capital area, the unit of your syllabus. So without any further ado, let's get started. I'll also have my Excel file open just so that we can solve as well as see the question at the same time. Right. So here we can see the question and here we can do our workings. This is question number 1 with us. Let's get started. We have to find out the annual net cost of factoring. Let's read the question. A factor has offered the following arrangement to Dino Company, which has the annual sales of 1.5 million and an average receivables period of 1 month. Now the factor will advance 80% of the value of receivables at an 10% annual interest rate and charge a fee of 2% on the revenue. Dino estimates that the company would save $24,000 in administration expenses over the year. So you have to find out the annual net cost of factoring. So the easiest figures which are readily available can be put in first. Number one, I can see my admin savings. So my admin savings over here are $24,000. I'm showing it as a positive figure because this is a saving that my business is making. Then let's go towards the fees that the factor is charging. So factor fees. Then this fees is 2% of my revenue. So I'm putting a negative sign because this is an outflow that's going to be there. This is a cost for my business. So 2% of 1.5 million. This becomes your factor fees. Now, the last thing which is left is the finance cost, which is the interest that we will be paying to them. So, if you find out the number of receivables, the average period is given before the factoring arrangement, and nothing is mentioned about what will happen after the factoring arrangement. So, we can assume that it's going to remain the same. So, basically, if I find out what's the receivables value, it's nothing but 1.5 million multiplied by a period of 1 month. So you can either take 30 by 365 or you can take 1 by 12. There will be a slight difference in the answers, but they will both be marked correct. Multiplied by 1 by 12, so you can straight away divide this by 12. So you can see a minute difference will be there. Now, these are the amount of your receivables, and if you see the interest that you pay, so basically you're going to finance 80% of this value, so 80% of your receivables, and on this value you'll pay an interest of 10%. So you multiply this with 10%. This is what you get your interest fee as. Otherwise, in this scenario where this is your receivables, if you have taken 1 by 12, then 80% and then multiply by 10%. So you get 10,000. Then let's add all of these things up so that you get your net benefit or cost. So in either of the scenarios, if you take 30 by 365 or you take divided by 12, if you round this off, you're going to get 16,000, and over here you're getting a clear cut 16,000. So option C is your answer over here. Let's move to the next question. A training company currently takes 30 days of credit from its freelance tutors. Annual fees to one tutor amount to $86,000 and the company pays overdraft interest at 11%. Now, the tutor has offered 1.75% discount for settlement within 7 days. You have to tell what is the effect of accepting the discount on the company's profit to the nearest dollar. Now, what we are going to do over here is we will compare, first of all, the cost of financing the receivables, and then let's evaluate the discount that they are giving. So, let's first take into consideration the discount benefit that our company will get. So discount that we will be getting will be equal to 1.75% of the total amount, which is 86,000. So this is the benefit that my company is getting. And let's talk about the receivables financing, the payables financing. So with respect to this part, let's first find out the old payables. So old or existing payables which you currently have when you are not taking this discount, it's 86,000 worth of payables, and then you're taking 30 days of credit multiplied by 30 divided by 365. This is your old payables, and then your new payables new payables are 86,000 multiplied by 7 divided by 365. So this is what your new payables are going to look like. Now, because you're taking lesser credit, now you're going to borrow from the bank more. So you're going to pay interest at the rate of 11% on the difference that is there between the old and the new payables. So this figure is the difference, and on this figure you're going to pay an additional interest of 11%. So you can say into 11%. Now this over here is a cost that you have, so you can put a negative sign. Now if you net both of these things up, you will get your net benefit or cost. So if you see, you're getting a net benefit of 909. Option B is what we select over here, and then we move ahead. Now this is a non-numerical question. Let's see what this is asking us. Invoice discounting. What does invoice discounting normally involve? So basically you have to select the definition which is closest to invoice discounting. Offering a cash discount for early settlement. No, this is not what cash discounting is. Selling all invoices to a finance house who takes over administration of the receivables ledger. Option C tells you that receiving a cash advance from a finance house based on the percentage of the values of a value of selected invoices. So this is something which seems closer to that. Writing off an invoice partly in total as a bad debt. Now this is not. A and D are definitely not your options. And if you talk about option B, this is more of a definition of debt factoring rather than invoice discounting. So we go ahead with definition C. Let's move to the next question. When accounts receivable are sold to a debt factoring company, which of the following is least likely? So make sure that you understand that you have to select the option which is least likely. So number one is that cash will be received sooner if receivables were not sold. So this is likely, hence it will not be your option. Then accounts receivable will be sold above their face value. Now whenever you are selling or factoring debt to a company, obviously the receivable value that they offer you, it's going to be lesser than what it actually is. So that is why this is the least likely. Let's read why C and D cannot be your answers. The debt factoring company will make a profit on the service provided. This is also true. That's why this cannot be your answer. Otherwise, why would debt factoring companies exist if they were not making money? They were not making profits. And then working capital will decrease. Now, this actually will happen. And you have to select something which is least likely. That's why we go ahead with option B over here. Let's move to the very last question of this quiz. A company offers a quick payment discount of 2% if the customers pay within 15 days. So, this is what the present scenario looks like. Customers currently take an average of 45 days to pay their credit balance. You have to calculate the effective annual cost of the discount to one decimal place. Now, this is a plain application of the formula which we have learned, which is 1 plus in your numerator, you have the discount which is offered, which is 2. In your denominator, you have the remainder, which is 100 minus 2, which gives you 98. Close both of the brackets. Raise it to the power of 365 divided by what you have as the saving in the days. So earlier they were taking 45 days. Now they will be paying within 15 days. So 45 minus 15 gives you 30. So this is what it's going to look like. And then you subtract 1 from it to obtain the effective annual cost of discount. So if you round this off, let's convert it to percentage, 27.86. So roughly this is 27.9%, which is option A. With this, we have come to an end to this quiz, and I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you want me to solve the quizzes from any other chapters or any other question in general, do let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching.